Hello everyone, welcome to the channel Coffee Yoga Wine, the home of yoga with Baukya. Today we're going to be exploring a Yin Yoga practice. We're going to balance out our workday today. So the intention is to open up and bring in some stretching and relaxation after a long day of sitting at your desk hunched over, spines all compressed and flexed and your belly's all tight. And we're going to open everything up today. So we're going to open up our hips, our spine, allow our belly to open up, our chest to open up. So today's intention is all about letting that workday go. We're going to need a few things today, a couple of yoga blocks if you have them handy. Books are a great alternative, so are pillows, believe it or not, they're wonderful. You're going to need a blanket and a bolster pillow if you have it, or again a stack of pillows, anything will do. Yoga mat, of course, if you've got one, and if not, a blanket is a wonderful yoga mat for your yin practice. Just even a rug like this, a towel, anything will do. Anything will do. We're not going to be doing crazy uppy-downy things today. It's all about slowing down and feeling our body. So we're going to begin with our blanket today. We're going to take it and roll it up. There goes my notepad. Actually, I'm going to fold it. Folding is a little bit more controllable. That should be good. And we're going to place that folded blanket under our sit bones. So a nice easy pose to begin. We call it easy, but sitting like this is anything but easy, especially for long periods of time. So I'm going to take a time out, let you gather all your things, then hit play, and we'll get going in easy pose. Welcome back. Now that you have all of the props you want today, we've got our yoga mat rolled out. I invite you to come into that easy pose. So this seated position, we want both sit bones nice and firm to the earth, ground to the earth through those sit bones. You want to drop those knees to the earth as well. Kind of let gravity take over here. I always like to stack my feet, so you'll notice I have my right foot in, left foot in front. You're more than welcome to sit in half lotus, however, be aware of how that feels in your knee. Sometimes this can be a little less accessible. So stacking one in front of the other is a beautiful way to visit this pose. We're going to close our eyes as we focus on the intention of letting that workday go. Invite in some curiosity today. How is your body feeling? How are you feeling? Are we holding some tension? Are we holding some stress? Just be curious about where you are in this moment. We're going to invite in ocean's breath, Ujjayi breath, today into our practice. We'll weave it in and out. But for right now, feel your breath. Notice what it's doing. Just tune in naturally. Take an inhale through your nose. On your exhale, I'd like you to say, so constricting your throat a little bit and saying, try it with me. One more time. As if you're fogging up a window. That's a beautiful analogy. Fogging up a window. Now let's do that, but closing our mouth, allowing that constriction and that exhale through our mouth with our mouth somewhat closed. So inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more time. Inhale. And exhale. Perfect. Now just tune to your breath naturally again. And notice how that makes you feel after a couple of cycles of that ocean's breath. Coming into our first shape of the day, bringing awareness into our body as we maybe shift along the mat. We're going to find butterfly pose. So butterfly pose, we're going to bring our feet together, the soles of our feet, and we're going to bring them together a little ways away from our body. We're going to be in this shape for 4 minutes. So finding what feels good. Finding a comfort zone, but yet a little bit of an edge. We're going to wrap our hands around our feet when we're satisfied, when we feel a little bit of tension and flexion, but not pain. We're not going for pain here. We're going for a nice stretch on the inside of our thighs, our hips, knees. Once you find what's comfortable, we're going to just sink down. Letting gravity drop our knees to the earth. Letting gravity open up the top of our spine, all the way down to our hips. Explore what you're feeling here. Maybe you're feeling your body sinking deeper and deeper into this beautiful shape of the butterfly. And invite in stillness and curiosity. As we let gravity do all the work for us here, sinking deeper and deeper into this beautiful stretch. Tuning into that ocean breath here. On your next inhale, I invite you to slowly rise up. Take your time. Place your feet on the mat, ever so gently. Leaning back, palms to the mat. And we're going to just drop our knees to one side here. And slowly bring them to the other side. Windshield wipers are a lovely, lovely stretch for our hips. That rotation in our knees gives us a little bit of a relief. One more time on the other side. Beautiful. Bringing our legs straight ahead in front of us now for our next shape. We're going to become caterpillars together. So grabbing a nice big blanket, bolster if you have it, a couple of blocks will also do the same. I'm going to use my trusty bolster here as we find our way to our caterpillar. So from a beautiful seated position, we're slowly going to bring our chest towards that bolster. I'm going to place a block on either side of myself here so my hands can be part of the earth. And we're slowly going to sink into this shape, allowing that whole spine, your whole spine, especially your lumbar lower spine here, to just open up. As we once again let gravity do the work here, bringing our bodies closer to the earth. This can also be done without any props. If you don't have any or don't feel the need for any, we're simply going to sink into the shape. Once again, inviting curiosity here. So we want to kind of see and feel our bodies. If you're feeling the stretch in the calves, allow that stretch in. Maybe we're feeling it in our hamstrings, allowing the hamstrings to find the earth. Inviting in that curiosity and that stillness. And tuning into that ocean's breath here. Once gravity takes over, you can really start feeling that release and that stretch. Continue being curious and seeing what this shape feels like in your body. And when you're ready, I invite you to slowly start walking your hands up, up, up to a nice staff pose, straight spine, chest facing forward. Let's take a slight gaze to the sky. Beautiful. Another beautiful spinal stretch coming up here. We're going to switch out our body position. So you may want to grab your blanket and roll it up as tight as you can, or fold it up as tight as you can. If you have a yoga block, beautiful, grab it. We're going into a supported bridge pose. So we're going to open up our belly, releasing our lumbar spine, especially when we're sitting so much. We're compressing that lumbar spine all day long. So we're going to open it up in a supported bridge pose. For this pose, we're going to slowly make our way down to the mat. Once again, inviting in curiosity here, getting into this shape, however that looks to you today. We're going to bring those feet to the mat. Having your block handy here. Pushing into the mat, we're going to raise those hips to the sky. Bringing that block underneath our sit bones. Careful as to where we're placing that. Once you've discovered where this feels best in your body, sink into that shape, allowing that lumbar spine to really relax and find its way to the earth. Now, if it's accessible for you, straightening out those legs. Once again, inviting in that stillness, that curiosity, and really feeling what your body is doing in this shape. We'll be here for about 3 minutes. Inviting in that ocean's breath. One more time here. Inhale. Exhale. Follow your breath here. And let gravity do the work as it sinks you to the earth below. Opening up that belly and that lower spine. Now, if you feel like this is getting to be too much for you, by all means, bring those feet back to the mat and kind of play with it here, play with the shape. See what feels best in your body today. Find that edge of stretch to discomfort. Once we find discomfort, we don't want to be there. So find what works in your body. Slowly bringing the feet to the mat here, bringing awareness back. Hanging out here a minute, just seeing how this shape feels. Pressing through your feet, carefully bringing those hips to the sky, removing your block and bringing your hips back to the earth below. And slowly, one knee at a time, bring your knees to your chest. Give yourself a great big hug and just kind of roll side to side here, rocking side to side. Beautiful. Lovely. Bringing those feet back to the mat. We're going to roll over to our right side and slowly make our way up to seated position. Into a tabletop pose. Just setting our timer for our next shape here. Couple of cat's breath here. Inhale. That hips move to the sky, chest comes forward. Exhale, rounding that spine like a happy cat. One more inhale. Exhale. Back into tabletop. We're going to walk our way, giving ourselves some space as we prepare for Sphinx Pose. Sphinx Pose, we're slowly going to come into a plank on our elbows, bring our hips to the mat. Putting all our weight into the elbows, palms of the hands, shifting around, see what works for you here. We're going to be here for a couple of minutes, inviting gravity to once again work its beautiful magic as it brings our entire hips to the earth. Allowing a beautiful little back bend to set in here. Massaging our belly. And connecting to that ocean breath here. Pressing through our elbows, bringing that chest forward. We kind of want this to be an active pose. We don't want to slouch. We want those shoulders nice and straight. If you're finding this too much, a beautiful way is to simply bring that forehead in. And this still gives us a little bit of a back bend. But if you're able to, take that full Sphinx pose. You can really feel that, or should feel that, in your lower spine. Beautiful. Now working our way back into a tabletop position. Our next shape is going to be a child's pose. So we're simply going to press our hands into the mat. Coming back up into tabletop, Widening those knees. So one knee on the edge, the other knee on the edge of the mat. Our toes are coming together in the back. Not sure if you can see that, but they come together. And we're going to sink our hips to our heels. Our hands are going to come straight out as our chest and forehead come to the mat. Wide-legged child's pose. Explore this pose, connect to your breath, and simply feel your whole spine melting into the ground. Inhale. Bring yourself back to tabletop position. Couple of cat's breath here. Inhale once again, that pelvis points to the sky, chest faces forward, gaze up. Exhale, rounding that spine, creating lots of space in those shoulder blades that we just stretched. Inhale. Exhale. Beautiful. Let's find our way to our next shape, which is called Dragonfly. Bringing our seat to the yoga mat. We're going to bring our legs nice and wide. You might want to use your yoga blocks here to find the earth. My favorite way to use yoga blocks is to pretend like you're bringing the ground towards you. So maybe the earth is not accessible here, but the earth is accessible if we bring it up a little bit. So it's a great way to look at yoga blocks. So in this wide-legged position here, maybe we're feeling some stretch in those inner thighs. Kind of exploring what this feels like as we slowly sink our way to the earth. Set my trusty timer for us. Staying nice and active here as we do in all of our shapes in Yin. Yin Yoga is all about discovery and curiosity and seeing if we can push the boundaries of our muscles and tendons and ligaments and all of our organs, giving them the space they need and allowing flexibility to come into those joints that might otherwise be a little tight. Dragonfly is one of those that can be a little tough. So find what works here. Once again, inviting in that curiosity. And just tune into your body here. This is a huge stretch for the whole inside of your legs, knees, hips, lower spine is being opened up. Really tune into how this shape feels for you today. When you're ready, inhale. Start slowly working your way up, up, up. Moving those blocks to the side if you're using them. And bringing those legs together. And in to a seated position. Our right leg is towards our body, left is in front, or vice versa. We're just going to take a nice twist. So inhale, exhale, opposite hand to opposite knee, other hand goes behind you. Nice and easy on the exhale, twisting ever so gently. Beautiful. Inhale, come back to center. And let's take it to the other side. And on your exhale, take a nice big twist. Awesome. Inhale, back to center. Next shape is deer pose, otherwise known as a 90-90. Whichever leg is out front, continue with that. Your other leg is going to extend backwards. Your front leg, kind of feel what it wants to do here. If it doesn't want to be parallel to the front of the mat, that's totally cool. Find what feels right in your body here. Kind of just shift around, see what works for you. And when you're ready, Bringing both hands to the front here, and we're going to hang out here for a minute. Maybe as you sink into this shape, you find the earth with your palms. Remaining curious as to how this feels for you. Invite that ocean's breath in. And slowly making your way up, up, up. Legs come out front. We'll find those windshield wipers. One side, then the other. And come into that shape on the other side. So other leg forward. In my case here, the right leg is forward, left is back. And you are going to notice that one side feels different than the other. And I'm humbly reminded of that in this moment. So once again, inviting in that curiosity, that discovery, that edge. This is what we're stretching here. Our hips, spine, and we'll sink into this side for another minute. This is a beautiful one for the IT band. And inviting in that ocean's breath. One more nice big breath. And when you're ready, start walking back to that seated position. Legs out front where we're going to take that 90-90. Drop both knees to one side, then to the other side. Awesome. Our next shape, we're going to be lying on our back and creating kind of a banana pose. So Bananasana, just like it sounds, banana. Okay? So go ahead, find your way to a lying position. We're going to bring our entire body to the right side, upper body first. And then our right legs, creating that gorgeous banana shape. Or our legs to the right, sorry. I like to keep my hands just under my head, but you find what works for you here. Both shoulder blades need to be connected to the earth. Both sit bones should be connected to the earth. Now, this is one way of taking Bananasana. However, you can put that left leg over top of the right, and you'll notice even a bigger stretch in that side. So find what works for you here. We're going to chill out in this shape for a couple of minutes. Really taking note of that big stretch all along your left side here. Beautiful hip opener. Opening up our bellies. Inviting in that curiosity once again. And really feeling your body here. Notice any sensations that might pop up here or in any of the shapes. Allowing those sensations in, welcoming them, in fact. It's all about feeling your body. On an inhale, you can straighten out that body, your body. And let's take it right away to the other side. Once again, I love to place my hands behind my head, but you do what feels good for you. We're going to take that whole upper body and shift it to the left. And when you're done that, we're going to take the legs and shift them to the left. And if it's available to you, we're going to put that right leg on top of the left, increasing that stretch here. Once again, letting curiosity lead the way. Both shoulder blades are connected to the earth, and both sit bones are also connected to the earth here. Find your ocean's breath. Allowing any sensations that might arise to just be there. Explore them. Let them in. And enjoy the stretch. When you're ready, on an inhale, straightening up your body. Bringing the feet to your mat. And one knee at a time, bringing your knees to your chest. Giving yourself a great big hug here as you rock side to side. Bringing your feet back to the mat here. We're going to take a twist to either side. So shoulder blades nice and rooted to the ground. Your hips are rooted to the earth. Inhale, exhale. We're going to drop both knees to the right. Simply sinking in here. Gaze will be to the left as our knees point to the right. Inhale, both knees come up, feet come to the mat, straightening out here. And on an exhale, dropping the knees to the other side. Gaze to the right, knees to the left. Inhale, bringing those feet back to the mat, straightening out as we find Shavasana. So we're going to be here for a few minutes. If you're a little cool at this point, grab a blanket to wrap yourself in and simply invite in some silence. Explore what our stretches have done to your body, in your body today, and invite in that stillness. Allowing your body to reset. Tucking those shoulder blades under. Palms can face the sky or face the earth, whatever's comfortable in your body. And kind of take note of how you're feeling in this shape. Letting the body sink into the earth. Feeling that energy from the earth wrapping around you like a cozy blanket. Connect to that ocean's breath once again. And connect to your breath naturally. Continuing to explore how you're feeling. Start bringing awareness back into your body, opening your eyes. Start wiggling those fingers and toes. Bringing the feet soles to the mat. Right arm up as we support our head and drop our knees to the right side. Taking a moment here. Slowly start making your way back to a seated position. Notice how you're feeling here. We've opened up a lot today. We've done some beautiful work for our body. Ending our practice today with that intention of continuing our day in this openness. Having allowed all this energy to take over and release the workday. I wish you a beautiful rest of your day. Thank you for practicing with me. Nice big breath. Namaste.